Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex, and today we're looking at a paper trending on X, published on June 27, 2025, so about a week ago. The most striking idea in this paper is that transformers are dominant today, mainly because they won the hardware lottery. The paper is titled, "Transformers are Graph Neural Networks," and it draws a really insightful connection between these two major model types. It formally shows that a transformer is a special kind of graph neural network, which is a model designed for data structured as networks of nodes and connections. Building on that idea, this first figure really sets the stage. It contrasts two ways of processing language. On top, you have a recurrent neural network, or RNN, which reads a sentence one word at a time in sequence. But below that, you see the transformer. It looks at all the words simultaneously. Every word is connected to every other word through a process called self-attention. This structure, where everything connects to everything else, is key. It's essentially a fully connected graph, which is the first big hint at the paper's main argument. So this next figure breaks down that self-attention mechanism in detail. To update a single word's meaning, the model uses three learnable components: query, key, and value. You can think of the query as the word asking a question, the keys as labels on all the other words, and the values as the actual information those words carry. The model compares the query to all the keys to calculate attention weights, which basically decide how much of each word's value to blend together. This process creates a new, context-rich representation for that single word. Alright, so that whole query, key, and value process is just one part of a full transformer layer. This diagram shows the whole computational block. The model actually runs that attention mechanism multiple times in parallel, which is called multi-head attention. This lets it look for different kinds of connections between words simultaneously. After that, each word's updated representation is passed through a small, separate neural network called a multi-layer perceptron. The entire block also uses a technique called layer normalization to keep the learning process stable and predictable. Okay, so now that we understand the transformer's architecture, let's look at the other side of the coin: graph neural networks. This figure shows how a graph neural network, or GNN, learns. These models are built for data structured as networks of nodes and connections. The core idea is called message passing, where each point or node in the network aggregates information from its immediate neighbors to update itself. And by stacking multiple layers, a node can effectively see further, gathering context from its neighbors. This process is central to the paper's comparison. So, after seeing how graph neural networks use that message passing idea, we can finally bring it all together. The paper's main conclusion is that transformers are mathematically equivalent to graph neural networks, but operating on a fully connected graph where every word is a neighbor to every other word. The reason transformers are dominant today comes down to what the authors call the hardware lottery. Their core math uses dense matrix multiplications, which are large, predictable calculations that modern hardware is highly optimized for. This makes them incredibly fast and scalable. Thanks for joining the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex.